Okay, how's everybody doing today? Of course, my name is Kent. The channel is EOS San Diego. It is May 7th. Is it May 7th? Yes, May 7th. 3 o'clock in the afternoon here in Southern California. And I want to come on because I haven't been making a lot of videos yesterday. I actually posted a video yesterday with our challenge call, which takes place every Friday on Zoom. So if you want to join that challenge call every Friday, I think it starts at 1 p.m. Central or Pacific Coast time. If you want to join that call, we'd love to have you. We're building an audience there, and we're building. And that's the way you do it. Is you get more people involved, and the way you get people involved is you have these calls. EOS is doing the fireside chat on Discord. I join that every week, every Wednesday. I think it's 12 Mountain Center or Pacific Coast time on the West Coast, Pacific Coast time, 12 o'clock our time in the AM. That is on Wednesday, and of course we have our Friday call, I think at 1 on Friday. So I joined those two calls. Those are two calls I always join every week to keep up to date with what's going on with EOS and with challenge application. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the bigger picture because the markets aren't doing very well right now. In fact, Bitcoin, I think, has dropped down below 35,000. The whole market's just pretty much tanked for the last few weeks. And actually, it's been trading sideways for quite some time. And by the way, the comment section is open. So if you want to leave a comment, I'd appreciate it. And I want to talk a little bit about that because I've seen this play out in my entire lifetime. The first time I saw this play out, I was a young guy getting out of college during the Jimmy Carter years, going to work as a stockbroker during the Ronald Reagan years, and virtually the same set of circumstances was taking place at that time. You had Jimmy Carter, massive inflation. I think interest rates being over 20%. Everybody was trying to do something to keep the money from deteriorating away. So they were buying penny stocks. They were buying real estate. They were investing in anything possible because any money was being depreciated away or inflated away at a very quick rate. So the guys that were brokers, just prior to when I became a broker, they were making fabulous amounts of money. And these guys are making more money than they could count. And then I get involved with it. And then Ronald Reagan comes in, and with the tightening and exactly what they're talking about today, the raising of interest rates, we went through the next 3 or 4 years, and things just really sucked. People weren't investing like they were prior to that because the interest rates came back down. They took some money out of the system like they're doing today, and it just created this retrace or make everybody feel good that we're doing something. But the reality of the situation, it was nobody was doing anything. It's a problem that cannot be fixed. It's like peeing in the ocean. You'll never make a difference. No matter how much you tighten, no matter how much you raise interest rates, no matter how much you try to stop inflation, you will never succeed. It's the problem that can't be fixed because it's a macro problem. It's a problem that is it's expansion of it's the way our system is designed. The system is designed to work on debt. The only way the economy grows is if money gets created, money gets borrowed, and more money gets into the system, and that's what creates expansion and growth, and that's the way it works. And these people like Senator Manchin, who wants to come back and balance the budget, and he's one of the Democrats that's holding out on some of these things that the Democrats are trying to impose, like student loan debt relief, some of the stuff, forgiving of don't loans. That's what they need to do. They need to forgive loans. They don't need to tighten, raise interest rates, and take money out of the system. They need to forgive. Like if they just forgave the student loans, that would be an instant jolt to the economy, and it would be a huge benefit to a lot of people that need it. It's not helping the Warren Buffetts of the world. It'd be helping the person that just got out of school that's got a $500-600 a month student loan payment and they don't have a job. That's the people that would be helping, which would help the economy. And if they did that, if they went into that direction, that would be a better direction than what they're doing, which is trying to tighten. This tightening thing is just a joke. And I'm sick of it. They've been doing it for years. It's just the way they operate the system. They pump up it, they like in COVID, they allowed the money to be created and people got excited. And the psychology of money is that when you see your assets appreciate, that makes you more involved with the economy, makes you more involved with the system, and it makes you create more because you see things happening and you want more. So you see, oh wow, I just bought a piece of real estate. Let me fix it up. Let me resell it. Let me make some money on it. That's the way things get done. It doesn't get done when I can't buy real estate because I can't get a loan. I can't buy real estate because if I buy the real estate today, it's going to go down tomorrow. So there's no reason to invest. There's no reason to go out and do anything. So everybody just sits on their hands for about 4 or 5 years while we all feel good because the government is tightening and lowering interest rates, or raising interest rates. I'm sorry. So this is a joke. I don't like it. That's why I don't make a lot of videos during these periods of time, because I don't like the way the feds operate. I think they should let the inflation go. People argue, well, if you let inflation go, you're just going to make a lot of difference between the haves and the have-nots. If people that own the assets, they have a lot, they're going to just continue to have more. And the people that don't own anything, they'll never buy a house, they'll never have anything, which is true. That's a true statement. But the inverse of that is if you take the money away from, if you don't let the assets improve in value, then nobody does anything and everybody just sits around. And that doesn't do any good for anybody either. That doesn't help the people that don't have a home. It doesn't help people that can't afford a home. They don't do anything either. To me, if you want to do something, continue to inflate the money and increase the money supply and help the people with money. Give them money, print it, do whatever you can. Just get money in the hands of people that can use it, like they're doing in Los Angeles, where they're actually making it so they're keeping people off the streets by building them a home and giving them a home to live in. I like that idea. I mean, there's a lot of people say, well, they didn't earn it. They didn't do anything for it. They shouldn't get it, anything like that. That's BS. If somebody's in need, if you're a civilized community, if you're a civilized country, you help the people in need. And the way you help the people in need is you give them support, and you give them support within the context of having it not just be squandered, but give them support in a way that it helps them to improve their lives. And that's what I'm for, and not for decreasing or tightening or paying off the deficit. They're never going to pay off the deficit. Forget paying off the deficit. That's complete ridiculousness. Stop with paying off the deficit. They're never going to pay off the deficit. What they need to do is they need to move into a crypto system. And if they moved into a crypto system, then I think we could manage the money supply much easier, much better, and things would become a lot easier to handle. So that's my 2 cents as far as the macro is concerned. And if what I might start doing, people always ask me, why don't you get back on the streets, make videos from the streets? And I think I might start doing that. I might get away from this. I quit making videos on the streets because of COVID mainly, and a lot of businesses were shut down, so there wasn't as many people on the streets. But there's getting to be more and more people on the streets, so I think I'm going to start going back on the streets and making videos. So we're going to start doing that. So I won't be making the videos like I'm making right now today. They'll be back on the street. Take my Harley out, go downtown Carlsbad, just give my opinion about what's going on with the economy and with cryptocurrencies, and get some people in the background, and maybe some people that had a few too many to drink, and have some fun. So I think I'm going to start doing that a little bit more. So now I want to talk about our situation and cryptocurrencies, and where we're at with the what I think is the most exciting project going right now, which is the EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine, being run on the EOS blockchain. I was on the Discord channel a couple weeks ago. I didn't get on it last week because I was out of town, but 2 weeks ago, and I felt like the guys, Zach Gall and Yves LaRose, got beat up a little bit by people on that call because they were talking about whether the tokens for the EVM should be airdropped or held within the foundation. And I don't know what the answer to that one is. I think either way would be fine with me. But the fact that they're doing the EVM is an exciting idea. And the reason this is an exciting idea is because this is the answer for what ails the cryptocurrency market. What ails the cryptocurrencies right now is the fact that you have all this money raised on Ethereum, billions and billions of dollars, that is all stagnant and doing nothing because they have a blockchain that doesn't scale. And of course, you have Vitalik running around in circles, always coming up with a new thing, sharding, all the different ideas, the different concoctions he creates every day to tell you how he's going to start running the 2.0 Ethereum, and they're going to switch over to dedicated proof of stake instead of proof of work. And all of a sudden, these projects are all going to be able to scale. Well, which is Ethereum 2.0, which is never going to happen. The main reason it's not going to happen is because the community of Ethereum doesn't want it to happen, because there's a lot of money made from gas fees, and it's really kind of built on the gas fee structure. And you're not going to all of a sudden flip a switch and have that all turn over to proof of stake. So I believe the EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine running on EOS, is actually the real Ethereum 2.0. So I think all these projects like DeFi can start running on Ethereum, on EOS, because EOS scales, because we are dedicated proof of stake. We can run a lot of transactions. So if they can get this thing up and running, so we can get Solidity running on the EOS blockchain, Solidity and all the projects running on the EOS blockchain, basically rebuild the Ethereum blockchain on the EOS blockchain through the EVM. This is Ethereum 2.0 without Vitalik coming up with all kinds of layers and side chains and sharding and plasma and all the things he comes up with, all the nifty little names that he comes up with. Plasma, sharding, sharding's like class sharding with all kinds of little pieces all over the place, which is side chains running around. Plasma's like the blood that runs in your body. He's got all these nifty little ideas, all these little nifty little sayings, but none of it works. It just all keeps on going on, and it's all a big nowhere game. And that's why we sit here with the market in the dump. And Ethereum, I don't even know what Ethereum is anymore. I don't look anymore. I know Bitcoin's around 35,000 because I look at that every day. But it's just craziness. But the EVM could be the answer for all the problems that ail the crypto market. We could get all this capital that is just setting off to the side, and Ethereum could be running and working on the EOS blockchain. And I would hope that the guys, Evla Rose and of course Zach Gall and the people from the I can't think right now. The guys that are the foundation is what I was thinking. That's the word I was thinking for. The foundation. The guys from the foundation will not let this get to them. They will continue to go forward with the EVM and not let anybody say it's not being done right, because this is the answer to the solution, and I'm hoping that they move forward with it, and they move forward with it in a very deliberate way, because I do think this is a way to get the market. Like I told my son last night, we go through these times, like we're going through now, where you get really kind of disappointed because things aren't happening very quickly. Everything's in slow-mo. And of course, now we got the Feds wanting to tighten and raise interest rates, which is not helping the matters either. So we got all this stuff going on. But we could really, while all this is, people are looking for opportunities. And while all this is happening, we could still be doing the EVM, and the foundation could still be building the Ethereum blockchain on EOS, recreating it on EOS, building a bridge, and this could all be happening while the market is dragging. And this could be really the solution for what's going on in the world as far as the macro, which is inflation and this game going back and forth with let's create money, and now let's take money off the table. Let's let let's buy treasuries. Now let's sell treasuries. Let's do whatever. Let's and this half a basis point that they're raising interest rates, that's not what's going to hurt the economy. What's going to hurt the economy is taking money, sucking money out of the system. And they do that by selling treasuries, and they can do that by the I think it's called the plunge, um, where literally the feds can buy and sell securities. So it's called the plunge. I can't remember what they call that program that they have, but literally what the feds can do is they can drive the market down by selling into the market. So the feds become a participant, a retail participant in the market by driving the market down by taking money off by selling things. So this is not good. This is horrible. I've seen it happen over and over again. It happened in the Ronald Reagan years. I know a lot of people love Ronald Reagan, and he did do a lot of good things, but he did a lot of bad things. And the way he managed the economy, in my opinion, was horrible under Reagan. They tightened. They drove a lot of people out of business. They drove a lot of farmers out of business. The mid 80s was probably the biggest farming crisis in the history of this country. I saw farmer after farmer after farmer after farmer after farmer lose their farm and go out of business because of the tightening that was taking place during the early 1980s. Commodity prices went to horrible. The inflation certainly slowed down. They raised interest rates. They tightened money. And it wasn't that they raised interest rates so much, but they tightened a lot of money, which drove prices down. Commodity prices went down, so everything went down. So they're trying to recreate that. Hopefully Biden doesn't let that happen. I don't know how active Biden is. I think Biden's kind of somebody that would like to see the inflation model just take off and take over. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'd like to see him, just let it go. Let the inflation take off. Let it go. It's going to keep people happy. If your assets are increasing in value, you're going to put more money back into the system. You're just feeling, yeah, it's creating a big division between the rich and poor, but then just take some more money from the rich and give it to the poor through some sort of programs where you have to reinvest in housing for people in large cities that don't have a place to live. You're going to have to give back to people by forgiving their student loans. These are the things they need to be doing. In the meantime, let the people have their assets. Let the people have their assets that improve in value, increase in value. So, and then eventually merge this into a crypto system where you can manage it better through smart contract money, which is what EOS is trying to do with recreating the Ethereum, the EVM on EOS with DeFi. So we recreate everything with DeFi on the EOS blockchain, and we can manage the money much better than the feds manage it by either buying and selling securities or by increasing interest rates. That's a horrible way of managing the economy. A better way to manage the economy is through digital currencies, where we take the banks out of the situation, and it's a true market situation. It's a true market situation where the cryptocurrencies and the third party being the blockchain is what manages the money, and not the federal government and the Federal Reserve. So there we go. So anyway, I got some comments as I've been talking. Hopefully somebody got a little something out of what I said, and I'm going to read the comments. And so let's go into the comments and take a look. Okay. So let's go clear up here to the beginning. It says, I'll put them on. So all ERC20 tokens getting copied on the Pulse chain could do that too. I mean, I'm not talking that EOS is the only one that could recreate the Ethereum blockchain, but yeah, Pulse is Michael Hex, or what's his name? Michael Hex, is it Michael Hex? I think it is. Pulse is currently in testnet with pennies for gas fees. I'm not a big fan of Hex or the Pulse chain, but I do admire the guy because he's able to get things moving. I don't really like his tactics, but he gets things moving. I wish he was on the EOS blockchain. So here, yeehaw, can't bless up, Kent. Thank you, appreciate that. Very nice. I like the thumbnail. Very nice. Appreciate that. Good to hear from you. Yeehaw, 1985. Okay, Uniswap. Uniswap is also getting forked Pulse, called Pulse X. And probably Pulse is probably going to be a chain they run a lot of DeFi on. Pulse solves gas fees. Pulse solves everything. All you need to do is talk to, is it Michael Hart? Richard Hart, whatever his name is, I can't remember. MH3S blocks. I'm not sure what that is, but okay. Sylvester Chavez. Oh boy, Hexter's in here. All right. We got him. Mr. H, laugh out loud. He thinks I'm funny. Okay. Maybe I am funny. Sometimes I'm funny. People say I'm funny. I don't think I'm very funny. I don't think I'm a funny person. I never thought I was funny, but some people say I'm funny. I don't know why. I've been holding EOS since 3 years. I mean, yeah, I feel sorry for you. I've been holding it longer than 3. I'm with you, brother. Sylvester Chavez, when does Pulse change loss? I don't know. I don't know that much about Pulse. I just know that it's pretty much controlled by one guy. That's what I know. They said May. Yeah, we got a lot of Pulse fans on here. Okay, I still hold EOS 2. It's stuck because I don't have enough resources. Just hang on, my friend. You know, the foundation is doing their best. Just hang on. I sold all my, live. I get a lot of people. In fact, I'm going to bring up some comments here in just a second of what people tell me. Mr. ICO Pulse. And yeah, Pulse. I mean, I'm like I say, I'm not going to say something negative about Pulse because I know the guy, Richard Hart. Yeah, Richard Hart. He does. Yeah, there you go, Richard Hart. Sometimes I call him Michael Hart. I don't know why I call him Michael Hart, but I call him Michael Hart. Okay, here we go. The Security and Exchange is helping XRP clarify for us. Hi, sirs. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Unfortunately, XRP has been the test case for Security and Exchange Commission, or for how they're going to handle this new thing. So I want to show you some of the comments I get. I just want to show you a couple things. I'm going to switch my screen over here. Actually, we got 4 thumbs up, so we're doing pretty well. Pull my screen up here. Okay, here's what happens with the Federal Reserve managing the system. Here, let me expand this page. So how the Fed Reserve manages the money supply. And right here, one is the interest rates, but this is the one I want, the open market. The open market operations. Open market operations consist of buying and selling government securities by the feds. If the feds buy securities such as treasury bills from large banks and security dealers, it increases the money supply in the hands of the public. Conversely, the money supply decreases when the feds sell a security. The term purchase and sell refers to that. So that's what they're doing. They buy and sell securities, and they can manage the money supply. They give guys like Warren Buffett money when they want to expand it. When they want to decrease it, they just sell securities. They just completely centralize the money system. It's completely, and then people call EOS centralized money, or the centralized blockchain. The real centralized system is the Federal Reserve. They're the most centralized system in the. So forget about EOS being centralized with a few block producers. The real centralization is the Federal Reserve. And here's let me go back to that. Here is
means you have access to all.
Here's a video I'd like to recommend. It's the EOS EVM opening doors for application developers on EOS. It's Zach Gall and Eva LaRose, and they're talking about how this is opening the doors for developers to come on the EOS blockchain through the EVM and develop. And so this is going to bring a lot of activity, which helps the block producers. So the more that you can do to create applications and things being built on EOS through the EVM, this is going to help the block producers, and it's going to help create, it's going to bring in more capital. It'll be an injection of capital, an injection of money into the EOS blockchain. And this is what we need for EOS to quit being at number 52 or wherever it's at today. And look, we got, 35,000. Where's Ethereum at? 2,600. Let's see where EOS is at. EOS is probably, yes, it's below $2. Great. That's nice. How do you do every morning? So 204 is down below $2, which is horrible, horrible, horrible. Just absolutely disgusting. And just for the heck of it, let's see how Challenge is doing today. Yeah, we all get hit. So, EOS gets hit, Challenge gets hit, we all get hit. It's all kind of, that's why we need to get away from the Federal Reserve. We need to get away from their controlling of the system and get into a crypto system where Every time the feds do something, it affects everything. The Dow Jones Industrials, the NASDAQ, and the cryptos. It's all affected by this one centralized entity called the Federal Reserve. So yeah, we need to get away from that system whatsoever. Just completely dissolve it and move into a crypto system. The other thing I was going to show you, let me go to my channel. I get these kind of comments all the time. Not that one. Where's the one I was going to show you? This one right here. It says, what was that? What I was going to talk about? EOS San Diego. It was planned before the, okay, I was, okay, right here. This is the one I wanted to read right here. Why didn't you guys just lick your EOS wounds, get over it, and move on to some other project? Some people seem to think that is a really good. There's Eva LaRose. This is Eva LaRose. This is on Twitter. This is talking about the EOS Network Foundation, and they're talking about building the EVM. So check this out. I'll leave this link. The Trust EVM token will be launched as an IDO as a mechanism to draw external. See, this is the key term: external capital into the EOS system. Introduces a whole new audience to EOS, and he's absolutely correct. And this is why we have hope, because we actually have a group of people, and this is why when somebody tells me they're selling their EOS, you're getting way ahead of yourself, and you're selling it at the wrong time, because you have people like Eve that are creating bridges between Ethereum. And we are actually recreating Ethereum on EOS, which is Ethereum 2.0, of which Ethereum has never been able to materialize. Boy, I tell you, I just thought of something when I was talking, and I was thinking if you could bring Vitalik into this and have Vitalik endorse building Ethereum on EOS, you would have a winning combination. So if you could get Vitalik to join up with EOS in this EVM and basically convince Vitalik that this is better than sharding, better than plasma, and this would be the Ethereum 2.0 that we've all been looking for, and get Vitalik to come on board, boy, you would have dynamite. Then you would really have something going on. Because if we could get Vitalik as a spokesman for EOS, that would make EOS top 5 market cap right away. So that would be ideal. I don't know where Vitalik is or what he does, but it would be nice to see him jump on this idea of recreating EOS or recreating Ethereum on the EOS blockchain. That would be ideal. One other thing I would like to talk about. I want to talk about how this idea that people think that we should just lick our wounds and go home. Well, first of all, we're an application. So we run on multiple blockchains. At this current time, we're running on EOS, and we're also running on Telos. So it's not like we have just put all of our cards in one blockchain. We have distributed our application out over a couple. So we don't just lick our wounds and go home. We run on whatever blockchain we wish to. Right now, we feel the most favorable blockchain to run on is EOS, and of course Telos, which is the version of EOS. It doesn't have the same block producers, but it's basically the same software. So we stay on those two. We'd love to run on Pulse. We'd run on Pulse. We'd run on Ethereum. We wouldn't run on Ethereum because it wouldn't run our application, but we'd run on Solana or whatever. So it's not like we lick our wounds and go home. We're just looking for our best opportunities, and it's like people love to give us a hard time, like we're some sort of we like pain, like we're sadomasochists. We like to be injured, so we just like being tortured by EOS. So we're on EOS right now, and because EOS isn't doing very well, and we continue to run EOS, I love to get the comments all the time, and they go, "Got to get off EOS. You guys are just torturing yourselves. Sell and get out of there. Get out of there. It's horrible. You're being tortured." It doesn't work that way. So spare the comments if you're thinking that coming on here and telling us that we're so, we're just. We love being tortured by being on the EOS blockchain. It's not that simple. It doesn't work that way. We have an application. It requires a certain amount of resources to run, and those resources are met very well on the EOS blockchain. So that's why we're on EOS, not because we like to get beat up every day. and we like to get up every morning and see, you know, the price go down and see a market cap in the 50s when it used to be in the top 5 or 6. So if you're making those comments, you might want to, I mean, I appreciate the comment. If you want to continue to make them, continue to make them, but I just want to give the explanation of why that's not really, it's not really the way it works. So anyway, I'll sign off for now. Been on for a little bit of time. Next time I'll be on the streets, hopefully, and we'll see what's out there and see who wants to talk to me or who wants to just, you know, photobomb my video. Everybody enjoys that. They like to see me photobombed. They like to see somebody behind me that staggers around, comes into my video and starts telling me that, you know, talking to me about cryptocurrencies and you know, showing me how little they know